Blessed is the man that worketh not in the counsel of the heathen, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in this law I see it sunrise and sundown. Him I go deal like a tree planted by the rivers of water that bringeth forth fruit in his season. Him leaf never I go wither, and whatsoever him doeth shall prosper. Yea! The heathen them now they saw them there like a chaff with the wind driveth away. Therefore the heathen them never go turn upon the judgment of the sin among them in the congregation of the righteous. For the Lord God Jah loveth the way of the righteous, and the way of the sin among them always and always. I go perish. Let the people of the Most High God say, Joe! Kadamawe gromabe atela e higzag beer tanaistalin abashante shante shante shante. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonemo, where we speak truth to power in my name. Black Rasta. Now, in every traditional African home, there is a black pot, and each time this black pot sits on the fire, there's something super sumptuous cooking. Ingredients of so many different types, shapes, and sizes, aromas, and even flavors. Abandon all their differences, relegating all these into the corner and jumping, relocating into the black pot, where they are subjected to some good amount of heat. They produce food in the aftermath. And this food, ironically, is not even enjoyed or eaten by the black pot. Neither is it enjoyed or eaten by the ingredients. It is enjoyed and eaten by us, the eaters. Yet every time, the black pot and the ingredients will collaborate and rise to the occasion to produce food that they do not partake in eating. What does this teach us? It's a lesson of selflessness. Now, nothing in nature benefits from its own fruits. The mango does not eat its own mango fruits. The dawadawa does not eat its own dawadawa fruits. Even the corn plant doesn't eat its own corn. That is why we have to look at some of these things in nature and try to take inspiration from that. If they do not eat their own food or their own fruits, then how do they survive? They survive by eating other fruits, by making use of other fruits. There's an exchange. The more you give is the more you get. My brother, my sister, it is on this principle that we have decided to reach out to you today. And thank you so much for allowing us into your homes. It is a show of selflessness. It's a show of patriotism. In fact, if all of us will come out knowing very well that we will not live long enough to benefit from the trees that we are planting, yet we still go ahead to plant the trees, it means there must be a reason. And that reason is that the next generations will benefit from that. And as long as generations yet to come benefit from that, wherever we find ourselves around that time, we are also benefiting. We are making children. Our children would also make children. We will have grandchildren and great-grandchildren. Whatever they come to meet as our legacy is what they are going to build on. And they are certainly going to say thank you to us for whatever we have done. Just as today, many people are saying thank you to Kwame Nkrumah. Kwame Nkrumah's generation is benefiting from what Kwame Nkrumah did. The whole nation is benefiting from what Kwame Nkrumah and the rest did. That is why, as a Ghanaian, any country you visit in the world, the first thing you hear is Kwame Nkrumah. And people treat us as if we were Kwame Nkrumah. My brother, my sister, is the Black Pot, aka Kukushodomo, where we speak truth to power. Here we don't criticize. But if we must criticize, we will just criticize for one reason. And that one reason is this: to build and not to destroy. That is why we say we are in the service of God and country. That is why I will continue to say one thing. It is out of many that we form one nation. So many different ethnic groups, so many different peoples, yet we have accepted that we are one people. And when we have differences, we must sit back and sort out the differences without taking to arms and without slaughtering each other. Now, when you go to the northern part of Ghana and even to the southern part of Ghana, there are some ethnic groups that have vowed that no matter what, they will never take arms against each other. And this is deeply rooted in tradition. Should I mention some of them? The Sisales will never fight the Gonjes. The Mosis will never fight the Dagombes. Under no circumstances, no matter what differences they have. It's deeply rooted in history and tradition. They fought enough in the days. Some of them had brothers and sisters going to other parts of the continent and building up other nations. Why should we fight brothers and sisters? That is why the Sisales will never fight the Gonjes. That is why the Gonjes will never fight the Sisales. That is why the Ashantis will never fight the Nzimes. All because of Okomfo-Anokye and much more. There are such ethnic groups around the world that have also decided that there is no day they will ever pick arms against each other. But in our tradition, it is rooted in history and the heritage is deep. What are you doing to reunite your people? What are you doing to say, yes, I have all the weapons? One press on a button can explode and eradicate one whole peoples. But we have decided that we will not resort to arms and weapons of destruction. We shall resort to dialogue and common sense to be able to make it happen. My brother, my sister, I wish we all had the same mantra. No arms, no ammunition. Let's all come together and build up one whole nation. This is the Blakk Pot, a.k.a. Kukushonemo, and we are in the service of God and country. Remember, here we don't do politics. Here we don't do sports. Here we don't do religion. What we do is called patriotism. Loving our nation, loving our people, and loving each other. Charity begins at home. This is what is called patriotism. If we were patriotic, we will not steal from the government. Who is the government at all? Or what is the government at all? It is me and you. It is us. When you steal from the government, you steal from yourself. When you steal from the government, you steal from me. If we decide to come together as one people, this will be heaven for everybody in this country. That is why this show is here. It's called The Blakk Pot, a.k.a. Kukushonemo. And here we speak truth to power. Is the voice of the people. And I want to say thank you so much for allowing us into your homes. We are live on YouTube, and our YouTube channel is called Blakk Empire Media. We are also live on Facebook with same name, Blakk Empire Media. Please do me a favor. Subscribe to our channels. Hit on the notification bell so that each time we are on, you will be the first person. Oh my God, to be notified, to watch us. Remember to send in your messages because we'll be reading messages. At the same time, share this broadcast. This is the Blakk Pot, a.k.a. Kukushonemo, where we speak truth to power. And I'm most excited to tell you something. Do you want to work abroad? We have unemployment issues all over the country and all over the continent. There's an opportunity for you to fly outside the nation and work. Trudy Workforce is here to take you all the way to Canada, to Australia, and even to the Schengen states and more. You know what it is about? It's all about working outside the nation and making money so you could come home and help this country develop. Do you want to work abroad? Or do you want to work and earn some good money? Are you a plumber? Are you a mason? What can you do? Do you roof? Are you a carpenter? This is your opportunity to work abroad. Please contact Trudy Workforce. Numbers on the screen right now: 030-298-6842 or 05095. 300061 or 0599 300161. Take the numbers right now and call and say you are ready. All you need as a qualification is your faith and your strength. That's all. And your common sense. You don't need a certificate. All you need is your strength and your common sense. Now they'll give you a free visa so you can fly out there and work. At the same time, they'll give you a free air ticket. All you need is a passport picture. They would also give you accommodation. You also need a bank statement. And that bank statement, any amount in it is okay. It's just to show that you have an account. Even if it's 10 Ghana cedis in it, you will still have the opportunity to fly out and work. Are you interested? This is your opportunity. This is the Blakk Pot, a.k.a. Kukushonemo. And here we speak truth to power. Come here, my Lord. Now today we have 5 very important issues to look at as usual. And I need you to come along so we peruse this. Number 1, watch it as it rolls on your screen. Check it out. It says, Bawumia in BAWKU for peace or politics. We all know that the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana has gone all the way to BAWKU. What is he there for? To bring peace or to talk politics? Now this is the king, the overlord of the Kusaog, in other words, the Kusasi people. Naba Abu Grago. He has gone to meet with him. Now we all know that there is a very, very dire situation in BAWKU. Mampusis and Kusasis are fighting. They are 2 brothers from the same source. Their language sounds alike. That could only tell you that they are from the same source. Unfortunately, our historians are not doing a good job. So the people are divided and they think that they are different people. The Kusasi is better than Mampusi. Mampusi is better than Kusasi. We were here first. That person came first. No! You are the same people. So there's nothing like somebody came first and somebody came second. You are the same people. It's like a human being entering a place. And the hand says, I entered here first. So because of that, I am entitled to the land. And the head says, well, I was the one who provided the eyes for you to see the place and go in there. You will keep fighting and fighting amongst yourself if you don't understand that you are one people. My brother, my sister, Bawumia made it to the place. Remember, I said it on this show that Bawumia should be in the area, but his brother doing politics around, politics that is even disgracing him. Because the more this man talks, the more he disgraces himself. I thank God that he listened to me finally and decided to go into the area. But did he go into the area for the reasons I subscribed to? My brother, my sister, can we say that it's in the area for the reason we talked about here on this show? Now the interesting thing is that Bawumia decided to go straight to the king of Kusaog, the Kusasi king, King Naba Abu Grago. And I applaud him for that. You know why? Bawumia is a Mampusi man. It's the Mampusis and the Kusasis who are feuding, one people. He goes and decides to go to the other side. After all, when your son and another man's son are fighting, what do? You go to the other man's son and tell the other man's son that, look, listen, you are right. Stop the fight. Once you go hold your son, it's going to be war. Oh, you are supporting your son. How many of us know this? This is very beautiful and is so wise. But again, is Bawumia thinking the same way I am thinking? Is he going there in order to bring about unity and peace? Or he's going there to do politics? Let's check that from Ghana Web. It says, BAWKU conflict. Bawumia calls for peace and harmony between Mamprisis and Kusasis. Run it, my youth. Watch it. It says the Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, has urged Mamprisis and Kusasis involved in the chieftaincy dispute in BAWKU to cease hostilities and forge together in unity for sustainable development in the area. The two factions have been involved in a chieftaincy dispute that has caused the loss of lives and property, as well as disruption of economic and social activities. Dr. Bawumia visited the town on Tuesday, that's yesterday, December 12, 2023, to meet with chiefs and people of the area, and his message centered on the need for the feuding factions to come together because they were fundamentally the same people. My God have mercy. So you see that? When we stand here and talk, they listen to every word we say. And if only they will listen to us. Knowledge is not in the head of one person. That's the same thing we asked Bawumia to go there and do. But listen, as a son of the North, I am very pained by the conflict that we have in BAWKU between Kusasis and Mamprisis over chieftaincy, Dr. Bawumia said. Listen, now the conflict has led to needless loss of lives and disrupted economic activity and development in BAWKU. It's really sad, Dr. Bawumia said. Fundamentally, we are really one people. We have intermarried over the years and our languages are very similar. Hey! Did you hear that? I believe with every bone in my body that it is possible to have peace and harmony between Kusasis and Mamprisis in BAWKU, and I will work towards that. We have to work towards it. It is possible, the Vice President added. Dr. Bawumia pointed out that the conflict has stalled development in the area and urged all to come together and rather fight issues affecting the youth rather than fight each other. The problem our people face is poverty and underdevelopment. As President, inshallah, I will contribute immensely to uplifting our people from poverty and underdevelopment. Hold it there. So he has spotted. This man, when he's speaking sense, before you realize he mashes up everything. Couldn't he have delivered the message without telling them that he has the intention of being president, therefore they should support him to be president? No common sense. It's finished. Wayoya Kari. Common sense. You deliver a beautiful speech to the people. Yes, you announced it earlier that you were going to the area to thank the chiefs and people of the area. And then you would meet with Naba Abu Grago. Sit down with him and thank him for his prayers. That saw you become the presidential candidate of the NPP. Wrong reason. But, so we decided to follow you and see if you will listen to us and make a U-turn and hit on the most important message of peace and unity. He started nicely. Oh, we are one people. You know, it hurts me. I am so pained as a son of the North to come and see two brothers fighting and killing each other when you should be busily fighting poverty and underdevelopment. Clap, 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 clap. Right after that. But remember, I want to be president of the Republic of Ghana. If you vote me into power, I will make sure that I will continue to fight for peace in the area. Common sense is gone. Absolutely, there was no need for that. Deliver your message. Who in Ghana does not know that you want to be president? You don't need to continue running around and shouting that you want to be president. For that matter, feuding people should vote for you. You are very, very egotistical and very selfish, Dr. Bawumia. Yes, you listen to me, fine. But you got the wrong message after you gave the right message. Just go to the people and tell them that, hey, listen, I am here to talk about peace and unity. We are one people. We speak the same language. albeit a few differences. We come from the same backbone. We should be busily fighting poverty and underdevelopment, not brothers and sisters. In fact, next time I come here, I would want to have the capacity and the ability to bring all of us together so we will dance Damba together. Are you ready for me? Are you ready to see a son of the land come back here to make all of us sit under one table, one umbrella, and enjoy the fruits of our peace and unity? That's how a wise man speaks. Not a selfish, dirty, arrogant politician. Now you went and told them that yes, you are coming to thank one faction for praying for you to become wherever. And then, you see, the issue is very thorny. I don't really want to say things that I want to say. But Dr. Bawumia, whoever advised you and wrote your speech for you, if it was an extempore speech, you goofed. Deliver the message of peace and unity. Tell them that you'll be back again. Tell them that you will support their development if they would listen to the message of peace and unity. Promise them that in the next 6 months, if you don't hear a single gunshot in the area, if you don't hear a man punch another man's nose, that you are going to provide this for them and mark it on the wall. Go out with the chiefs and people and plant a tree and say that this is a sign of the oaths that you have sworn to the people. As long as this thing is alive, you are going to return after 6 months and do A, B, C, D for them. That is how a wise man speaks. Not, oh, you actually prayed for me to become a presidential candidate and I'm coming to you. We are one people. Let's come together. If I become president, you are on a campaign trip. You are not on a trip to unite the people. It's a shame. I'm sad to say that. But that's what Dr. Bawumia did. Bring Bawumia here. Dr. Bawumia, do you really care about the suffering of the people in the area? Do you know how intense it is? When was the last time you heard a gunshot? For all you know, all your life, you've never even heard a single gunshot. Except the toy guns that they fire when they have 21 gun salute. Do you know how it feels for people to be dragged out of their homes and be cut into pieces? Do you know how it feels for people who have intermarried for so many years to take arms against each other, fire and kill each other, all because of chieftaincy? The same people. If I were you, I would have relegated the message of campaigning to the background and prioritized the peace and unity amongst the people. But I know you are daft. You won't even understand what I'm saying. Dash it. They don't care about us. All they care about Tom Prince, how they can ascend onto the throne. Once they get onto the throne, they forget us. We keep killing each other again. There's no peace. To God be the glory. Come here, my youth. Next thing I want to look at, my brother, my sister, and I need you to come along with me. And it's very important. Watch it. See, another anti-government demo hits Akufo-Addo. Some people are getting ready to demonstrate. And I support them. Anytime I think about these people, I cry. You should be crying too. This is Napco. They call them the Nation Builders Corps. When you call somebody corps, it means the body. It's from the French. Corporal punishment. Punishment that you give to the body. That's why they call it corporal. Body. Body. Nation Builders Corps. The human beings that come together to build a nation. Very beautiful name. And look at their logo. red, gold, and green, and Ghana standing firmly, looking at them and saying, "Missing." And look at the O inside the Ghana. What does it represent? It's a young man who is wearing an academic diadem. Akapi. He has it on his head. It's an achievement. Graduates who have come out of whatever institution, and they need some quick jobs to be able to keep them strong as they build the nation. This is their outfit. Napco. It was a great idea, but today Napco has become a toilet. Everybody can go there and just defecate and walk out. They are demonstrating. They have been demonstrating for several months. These guys worked, and government has refused to pay them. But MP salaries are always on time. Ministers' salaries are always on time. Soldiers' salaries are always on time. Police salaries are always on time. These guys worked for close to 10 months. No salary. Yet they claim that these are some of the jobs that they created. When they are boasting, when Bawumia is boasting, "Oh, we have created 1.2 million jobs and we have created this number of jobs." They are talking about people working and they refusing to pay the people. Come here, my youth. I think say you they wise. Pay our arrears or we hit the streets. Listen, they are not asking you for charity. They said, "We have worked. There's evidence that we have worked. All our supervisors endorsed that through sweat and blood, we were able to do our work." Shall we get our pay? Agreed Napco Trainees Association impetrate the government and particularly the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia, to settle their allowances and arrears to cushion them amid the hardship they find themselves in. And what are they saying? "We also pray all members, including political parties and their leaders, our revered chiefs and opinion leaders, our venerated clergy, the hard-working media and civil society organizations to add their voices to our petitions to the government to pay our arrears." This is not the beginning of the story, but this is basically what the story is talking about. They are crying that they have worked so hard to be able to reach where they have reached. And up till now, they have not been paid. Watch this. It says, "Since we received payment in December 2022, we had countenanced the exigencies of the economy and have also been in anticipation of further disbursement of funds to assuage our..." This is unnecessary, foolish grammar they are writing there. You are hungry. You go and write grammar like Shakespeare. Are you mad? What is that? Exigencies. Oh, quagmire. Oh, assuage. Oh, disbursement. Impetrate. What is that nonsense? You are not hungry enough, Napco workers. Write simple English straight up to them. You want the media to support you. You want the nation to support you. You write English that is only understood by the man who has drunk enough tea and eaten pizza and is sitting in America or England. Are you crazy? Some people have ego. They don't want to write and speak simple English. They want to write English that their grandfathers in their graves do not even understand. Shakespeare himself won't understand. What is this? You want the media to support you. How many journalists in Ghana can pronounce some of these words? Even me, I did not expect to see some of these things in your write-up. Exigencies, oh, assuage, oh, quagmire, oh, impetrate. So I'm like, sure, who is the communicator of this group? Are you crazy? Well, that still does not take away the fact that these are people who have worked. They are saying that from December 2022, when they last had their pay, up till now, they are waiting to be paid. That's 12 months, 1 year. Our expectation was even reinforced when on the 7th of September 2023, the finance minister, Mr. Akufo-Addo, on GBC's talking point, assured payment of Napco trainees by the end of September 2023. However, the promise has not been fulfilled. Now we cannot make ends meet and our lives revert daily. It is also pathetic how, despite the substantial level of experience possessed by Napco trainees under the Educate Ghana model, they were not considered in Ghana Education Services recent recruitment, an opportunity that could have offered jobs for some of our teeming employed Napco trainees. That's it. So they are ready to demonstrate. It's a shame that these people have worked. The last time I checked, for 9 months they had not been paid. Should they go and steal? Should they pick up arms and come and shoot and kill you guys? Should they bomb the whole place? Should they go and join Al-Qaeda or Al-Shabaab? Is that what you want them to do? The Bible says that when a man works, he must eat. And that the hand that does not work must not eat. So why? You say you believe in the Bible. Oh, the battle is the Lord's. You make people work and you don't pay them. It's worse than unemployment. When you are unemployed and sitting home, you know that you are not giving out any energy, physical energy. So you are waiting. But when you are giving a certain air of employment, hope, employment, hope, and you go out there and you're working, and nobody pays you, then you know that you are under a very serious deception. It's sad. But Napco workers, we are with you. We support you. Keep your communications very simple and straight to the point. All those words do not make you brilliant or wise. They only make people think that you are not serious. Please communicate properly. All those words were not necessary. You could have communicated in better words that will carry weight heavier than what you did. Be careful. Dash it. When we return, we got more. Hey! Whoa!
Blackpot, Coco show.
This is the Blackpot, aka Coco Show, and here we speak truth to power. Do you want to travel abroad and work? It's not a crime to travel abroad and work if your nation is not ready to employ you. The nation is exporting labor. Nurses and doctors are sent outside the nation to the UK. And the government of Ghana is taking money for this. But some of you out there, they don't have any employment for you. Those of you who are lucky, better still unlucky to be under the Napco thing, you work so hard and they don't pay you anything. So you can take a walk. You see, move out, go and work, make the money, come home and help develop the nation. Through the workforce is here. And they say work in the UK, Canada, Australia, and even the Schengen states. All you need is a passport photograph and a bank statement. Don't worry even if you have 2 CDs in it. No problem. Are you a bricklayer? Are you a mason? Are you an electrician? Are you even a carpenter? This is the opportunity for you. Remember, you don't need any big certificates. And they are located right there at the taxi rank Medina Ecobank. Make sure that you pick up the numbers coming up on the screen. Call them right now. And you will be able to get a chance to work abroad in those countries mentioned, Canada, UK, Australia, and the Schengen states. Oh, yes. Call these numbers. And the good news is that they will get you a visa for free, get you a plane ticket to fly for free. All you need is a passport copy and a passport photograph. Finished, and a bank statement. Simple. This is Truly Works Force. And my name, Blakk Rasta. I want to say thank you so much for joining us. Make sure that you keep your messages coming in. Next. Now the next story is here. It says government is wrong. Heads of schools are right. And this is my old mentor, Kwesi Pratt Jr. He thinks that the government is giving the schools a raw deal as it stands right now in the new admissions. Come here, let's see what going on. Watch this. Direction to head teachers not to charge extra from parents doesn't make any sense. And this is Kwesi Pratt speaking. In fact, I respect the words of this man. When he speaks, I am slow in saying no. I am quick in picking it up with a yes. The managing editor of the Inside newspaper, Kwesi Pratt Jr., has questioned the sensibility of GES's directive to headmasters and headmistresses not to charge extra fees from parents. According to him, the directive of the Ghana Education Service does not make sense because the senior high schools in Ghana are not equally advantaged to give such a blanket directive. You see the point he's making? There are different schools. Some have this, some don't have that. There are some schools there that have a roof over the head. Some of them have holes in the roof. That is the point Kwesi Pratt Jr. is making. There are some schools that are more advantaged than the others. So you can't give a blanket statement and say, okay, don't take tea to school. Don't charge them for tea. When some schools do not provide the tea. Some bigger schools will provide the tea for the students to drink. But in some schools, they don't even have a teapot. Even if they had tea at all to boil. I'm speaking tongue in cheek. Now this comes after 11 head teachers from various senior high schools across the country were suspended by the GES for allegedly asking parents to pay extra for items that their wards would need. This action by the GES has been widely condemned by many. Oh yes. Now speaking of Metro TV on Wednesday, December the 13th, that's today, Kwesi Pratt Jr. stated that the directive by the GES to head teachers not to charge extra from parents to meet certain needs of the students is baseless. The head of the program, the host of the program, Dr. Randy Abbey, began by explaining that the head teachers of the senior high schools were engaged by the GES on a uniform prospectus and then directed that they do not charge anything extra before they admit any student. Wow. 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 Dash it away. So that's the part I wanted to get to. Kwesi Pratt says, different schools have different capabilities and incapabilities. Therefore, you cannot give a blanket statement to all the schools and say that this is what the students need to go to all the schools. Kwesi Pratt says that is wrong. But Randy Abbey, Dr. Randy Abbey, who was on my radio show the other day, called Kwesi Pratt out on a certain very important thing. Come here. He said, Kwesi, the heads of all these schools met with the GES, Ghana Education Service, and they all agreed that these were the things that they needed to be able to have the students come to school. And after agreeing, they also agreed that they would not charge any extra fees. If they had any grievances, they should say it then or hold their peace forever. They held their peace, but certainly not forever. They waited for the students to get to school, and they started charging them for tracksuits to fight mosquitoes, when mosquito spray could have done the work, when mosquito nets could have done the work. Some of them even charge them fees that we cannot say on TV. You'll be shocked. Baller fees. Baller is rubbish fees. It's sad. At this point, I am so sad that students in the 21st century still go to school with brooms. They carry brooms to school. Why? Where are the people who are supposed to clean the school? Do you have equipment for cleaning in the school? How long will the broom last when you use it to sweep the compound? Yes, it helps them pick up some good morals and some good education to also be involved in keeping their environment clean. But should it be with a broom? When modernity is catching with us, we also need to be able to rise to the occasion. American schools, do they go there with brooms? British schools, do they go there with brooms? Schools in Kenya, do they go there with brooms? Let's concentrate on Africa. South African schools, do they go with brooms? Could they not have used sweeping brushes and all that? Why must they have brooms? Those are quite archaic. Yet, that is what they are asking them to bring to school. My brother, as times move, let's learn how to move, or else we'll be a stagnant people with no development. I feel sad when a child in the school holds a broom and is on the floor, quack, 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 when they could have just held a simple sweeping, whatever it is, brush, pa, 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 and they are going, and the work goes on. It's faster and even better and more efficient. But they still ask them to bring brooms. In some of the schools, they even ask them to bring chop box, wooden chop boxes. And when bed bugs start getting into those schools, cockroaches and the rest, they say they don't understand. In this age and time, you shouldn't have people bring chop boxes from different homes into the place. Bed bugs. That is why schools like Accra Academy and some other such schools around Accra and beyond are refusing students to bring in chop boxes. So it's clear. The head teachers agreed they were not taking any extra fee. Having met with the GES, they were not forced to say they will not take. After agreeing, they went back on their words to rip off the students. They are thieves. Those who did that, they are thieves. If you need anything extra for the students to have, put it into writing and send it to the GES and demand that you have an instant answer. Put it out in the media. Let's push them and let them answer. You say free education. People are asked to bring brooms and bring whatever. They are charged money, and the free education almost becomes useless. Today, parents are crying all over the place. Children are going to school. They have to pay so much money, and it's free education. In some countries, All you need is your face. They give you school uniforms, everything, including jackets, and you go to school. We shall reach there. It's the Blackport, a.k.a. Kukushonomo, where we speak truth to power. Hey! Wayo!
Blackport, Kokusho, man.
This is the Blackport, a.k.a. Kukushonomo. Remember to share the broadcast, and it's time to read your messages. All right? So these are messages you send from Facebook and also from YouTube. Shiraj Yusuf says, the Blackport commander. Jaland Rat says, greetings, my brother. Duat Billion Zorbil says, welcome on board. Oyo Augustine Mate says, my brother, may nature give you more strength. Amen. Mbila Lazarus, a.k.a. Blackati, says, God bless you, sir. Bless the love. And of course, he's all the way from BAWKU. And he feels the vibration. He feels the pain of the people. Same way I feel the pain. Right? Star Dakwa says he's sad. And he says, thank the white man. For what? You need to tell us what it is. He says, your advert is a shot in the foot. Okay, I know what he's talking about. He's talking about the fact that, okay, we've been talking about people staying and working in Ghana and blah, 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 blah. But the difference is this. The people are here. They are looking for the job. They are not getting it. They are pushing to get the job. They are not getting it. The government is picking up the people of the nation, sending them outside in terms of the export that we've been talking about. You understand? And taking money on behalf of the people. So what we are saying is that if there's an opportunity for you to go out there and work and be paid good money, you would come home. Remember, we added that to help the nation develop. There's nothing wrong with that. We have said this time and again. Me, sometimes I go out of the nation to lecture in American schools. I get paid. I return home and I do my work. Sometimes I travel outside the nation. I go and sing and entertain, and I'm paid in America when I perform. That is work I'm doing, brethren. Don't get it wrong. It is not wrong for you to work outside the nation and return to the nation with whatever you have. What we don't want is for you to deny your people service when they need it and run there to give it to white people's children. That one, you are a devil. Please get the difference. Teachers are needed in this country. There are so many schools that have no teachers. And then these teachers are refusing to teach in Ghana. They run out of the nation and go outside to go and teach because they are paying them more. That is what we say is not correct. They have to strive and push, and we push the government to also pay more. Do you get it? But if the government has so many teachers in the nation that some of the schools are inundated with teachers, and we have some that are even unemployed, there's nothing wrong with some of these teachers finding employment in neighboring countries and countries abroad. No problem with that. Compris? That's what it is. So start that. The advert is not a shot in the foot. The advert is about the numerous young men and women who are here looking for a job and they can't find a job. It's a quick way for you to rush out, work and make your money, and return and build up yourself. Again, we do not encourage you to go out there and naturalize. Remember, we've said it time and again. So you go there as a legal Ghanaian, rather than going on the desert and being killed. We are saying that, please, there's an opportunity for you to go. It's a Ghanaian company that is taking you out there to go and work. Make sure your papers are right. Make sure that the agreement is correct. Make your money. I think it's for a period of about 6 months, or is it 1 year? Then you return to your home country. Build up yourself. Build companies to employ other people. There's nothing wrong with that, brethren. Right? All right. So, Akaming, Jobless says, Kuchoko legend. Kofi Akakpo says, good man. And then Dakwa says, he's paramount chief, no king in Ghana. Well, we just understand and agree with you. Sometimes we just use the king to embellish the thing. Everybody is a paramount chief. Some are overlords. Some are chiefs and all that. Thank you so much. And Asima Bandawan says, this is wisdom speech by legendary Blakk Rasta. Blessed Kens says, sign up, people. Kelvin and Loud Silence are putting together a petition. Sign up. What is the petition about? I'm not aware of it. Let me know. Faisal Danaba says, Black Rasta Bawumia has disappointed us, the youth in BAWKU town, and the party executives who live in BAWKU. He didn't visit the Mamprisi, not even the youth. We are so disappointed with it. You see, this was where I didn't want to go. Remember, I was going to say something? And I said that, nah, I will not go there. And still, I will not go there. King says, Black Rasta, I can listen to you all day. Speak the truth, Rasta. Blessed. Faisal Danaba says, Bawumia is not in BAWKU for peace. Because if it's about peace, he will visit the two tribes, as the two ethnic groups, the Mamprisi and the Kusasi. But he didn't visit the Mamprisi, but only the Kusasi. So that shows it's not about peace. Again, we mentioned this, and I will not go there. A word to the wise is in the east. Ras Osajefu Duwabil, Tindando, Gomadogo, Yinzor Bill. He says, Napco, Moye beans. Sad. William Agbedo says, greetings, Black. Welcome back. Bawumia is listening to you 24/7 because I remember you one day asked him, Bawumia, to go and bring peace between his people. I salute you, Black. Oh, yes, I mean, people who watch this show know that. And he decided to go. At least he could have called me to say, yo, little brother, I heard what you said. I want to go there and meet with the people. What do you suggest I do there when I go there? But some of them know it all. In fact, I tell you something. Anytime I'm performing outside my comfort zone, in quotes, Ghana, even in some areas in Ghana where I go to perform music, you know what I do? I ask the people of the area, which of my songs do you really like? And these are the songs I play. Recently, I played in the Ivory Coast. And those of you who watch the show, you realize that I sang some of my French songs and all that. These were the songs people on the ground suggested to me. And artists that I am nursing and mentoring, I always tell them this. Your biggest test is when you perform before a crowd that does not understand your language and maybe does not even know your music. Let the rhythm speak. Everybody that I've ever mentored, I tell them this. Take your own lawyer to the stage. Perform and crack it and break it. Let not be a chance where people would have to count and say this person has won on points. No, win it by a knockout. That's what we do. Yeah. Benjamin Achu says, sad. Jude Asigri says, greetings, senior man Blakk. And he says, keep the fire. And, of course, the legend of our time, love and respect. Love World says, Obiaba Nye from Tema. I notice when it comes to promoting products, no one does it better than Mr. Blakk. Wow, man. Get vibes. Man, get vibes rough. What are these companies waiting for? You're right. We do it best here. Your product will certainly fly here. There's a travel and tours company that wants to come and advertise on this show. My brother, it's almost the same concept. People fly out of the country to do their businesses and come back. It's not a problem. Don't get anybody wrong on that issue. It's okay. You can travel to China, do your business and return. We are not saying that chinchina, if the business is not here, you must stay here and die. No. But always have it in your mind. I am just a journeyman. When I go and I grab it, as soon as I grab it, I'm returning. And if it's taking too long for me to grab it, let me return home. As a prodigal son, things might be better at home. And again, I travel out and I play. Like I was in the Ivory Coast recently, last week to play. I go to America, play concert. They pay me. It's not for free. That's business. But I return home with the money and give it to the ghetto youth. So there's nothing wrong going to do bricklaying and going to sweep here and do the work. Just make sure you are paid well and you are not taken for granted. Maybe when you return home, you can employ many more when you set up a company, right? Good evening, Blakk. And this is Brower Dude saying, Woyo. All right? Send more messages in. I hope, Dakwa, you understood that point. Come here, my lord. Next, we have two more stories and we'll be done. Policeman, Chinese in Galamsey, arrested. Policeman, Chinese in Galamsey, arrested. Policemen, Chinese in Galamsey, arrested. Why? Are you not befuddled? Watch this. 2 policemen, 4 Chinese, others arrested at Juaboso for mining in forest reserve. Come follow me. Watch this. The Rapid Response Unit of the Forestry Commission in the Juaboso district, Western North region, have apprehended 10 individuals, including 2 policemen. Yes, 2 police officers during a joint operation, according to a myjoyonline.com report. The arrest targeted a group involved in mining within the Kokoswa Forest Reserve. Wow. Anytime I think I know Ghana, I get confused more and more. I never knew there was a forest reserve called Kokosua. Did you know? Of the 10 arrested are 4 Chinese nationals, identified as Meng Shiyu, 30, Wen Yongqing, 30, Wen Fuling, 58, and Li Ping, 60. Others in police grips are Edward Owusu, 25, Kwesi Frank, 42, Abudu Dramani, 41, and Joe Naburi, 27. Others include Detective Sergeant Yahya Andrews and Lance Corporal Azantilo, believed to be protecting the illegal miners at the crime scene. Dash it. I'm hurting. Now, policemen allegedly, according to this report, are out there in a forest reserve, Kokosua Forest Reserve, protecting illegality. Chinese nationals have left Guangzhou. They have left Beijing, several thousands of miles away. They come into our nation, destroy our nation, destroy the flora and fauna. And our police that we paid money to educate and train in police schools are holding guns, making sure that nobody prevents these people from destroying our land. Is that not a case? If this was in America, they would go into the Guinness Book of Records. because it's unheard of. But in our nation, it's not surprising because of the low brains of patriotism that we have. There was a time police people even rented their guns to armed robbers to go and rob and bring them 10% of the robbery. There was a time police people even hinted armed robbers who came to the bank and took what and where they lived and directed them and taught them how to fire the gun properly to go there and rob. My brother, what should I say? In America, when there's a problem and you see a policeman there, the problem is solved. When there's an illegality and you see a policeman there, the illegality is dealt with, not in Ghana. Wanton bribery on the streets, and it has become the norm. In the west of the former president, John Evans Atta Mills, he said bribery at SEPS, customs, excise, and preventive service is a norm. You are required to pay bribe. They build houses within no time, and a lot of them die from stroke, kidney diseases, and they don't know that it's some of these things that give them the diseases. These policemen, shame on you. Policeman Lance Corporal Azantilo, shame on you. Sergeant Yaya, shame on you. You know what we should be doing? I think that now we should give long prison sentences for these galamseyers. I was going to say the death penalty. But as a human being, I won't do this. In China, they would have simply hanged all these guys. They can't do this in China. If the Chinese government sees that we have hanged 4 Chinese men here, wallahi galamsey will stop. If the Chinese government sees that we have hanged 4 Chinese nationals, Wen Ping, Chao Ping, Seng Yong, and all these people are hanged, galamsey will stop in this nation. But we are not barbaric. Therefore, we will not do that. What is the equivalence of a death sentence? Is it castration? Should we crush their balls? Do they even have balls? These guys have tiny, tiny, tiny little things like this. You can't find a tin itself, let alone the balls. What are you going to crush? I am sad and angry. They come to destroy our land. Our children and children's children will come and inherit a polluted land. Yet their country, they are into serious science and technology. Did you hear that recently? They created something like the sun in China. Sun, ewia. Soon they will create God in China. And that God will be sent here for you to worship. You have to speak Chinese. Tongues in Chinese before the God will listen to you. Champion here, champion here, champion hu, champion here, champion here, hinchan ku, hinchan hua, hinchan hu, hebe shaka hu, pia. Before the Chinese God will listen to you. Kai, many years to come, people will play this tape and say that he prophesied it. That's it. Next worry. Oil. Hey! The police that we pay to protect us are those who are selling us. The day I meet God, I will ask him, Papa. Did you create us while sleeping or what? On the 7th day when you were sleeping, was that the time that you created us? So you were half asleep and half awake, so you just created anything. Oh, Jesus, have mercy. Come here! Ghana heavily indebted to China. Today I came across a certain chart. And it broke my heart. Can you see the chart? These are nations that are indebted to China. And they are called the heavily indebted poor countries. It's no more highly. It's heavily indebted poor countries. HIPIC. But this time round, it is not highly. It is heavily. Look at the chart. And from the bottom is the least, Cameroon. 1.28 billion American dollars. And this is money owed to China. So when China gives you the money, it has to come back and recoup it by doing Galamsey and the rest, right? Now, in every African country, there's a Chinatown. Are you aware? Africans are eating Chinese food more than China itself. Now, are you aware? China is the newest colonialist of Africa. But it is our people who have allowed it. Now they didn't come with the chains. They came with money. Hallelujah. Watch this. Now when you look at the chart, it mentions countries like Cameroon, Mali, Niger, Senegal, Chad, Bolivia, Zambia, Sudan, Mozambique, Republic of the Congo, and then what? Democratic Republic of Congo. We have Tanzania. We have Ethiopia. And Eritrea is there. Is it Eritrea or Ghana? Ghana is the highest. Is it Eritrea? Or is it Somalia? Is it Afghanistan? No, it's Ghana. Ghana is the highest. Can you see Ghana on top? A small country like Ghana, less than half the size of Sudan, even after South Sudan is out of it, owes China how much? How much? Can you see it? 31.1 billion ahead of all the nations. Even impoverished Niger, impoverished Mali, impoverished Ethiopia, impoverished Tanzania, they are all ahead. Ghana owes 31.1 billion. Look at the chart. You see why I say Nana Akufo-Addo should visit an early grave? Bossu, if they share this debt amongst us, 30 million people, listen on. If they share this debt amongst us, 30 million people, you know how much each one of us is going to pay? $1 billion. I'm saying the amount of money we owe China, 31.1 billion American dollars. If they said every Ghanaian, all the 30 million Ghanaians, please come and let's share this money amongst you so that you will pay China and will be free. I, Blakk RASTA, will pay 1 billion. Jeff will pay 1 billion. Am I correct? Divide it, do the mathematics for me. 31 billion divided by 30 million. These days I've stopped doing mental. My brains are almost sick. 31 billion divided by 30 million. And tell me what you get. Come here. Bring on the story. Watch it, my youth. What is the story saying? Ghana Web. Ghana has taken record 31.1 billion in Chinese loans since exiting HIPIC. When we left HIPIC in 2004, we all remember Osafo Mafo. Whenever we talk HIPIC, he will go into his grave with that chain there around his neck like an albatross, the chain of HIPIC. He boasted that he was the one who took us to HIPIC and that he will take us out of HIPIC. and that he succeeded in taking us out of HIPC. From 2004, 19 years ago, we have borrowed 31.1 billion American dollars from China alone. China pay. Only China. The day the Chinese people get angry, they will come and take over Ghana and rule Ghana. Buy Ghana with the 31 billion. And it's not because we don't have it. We have gold, we have diamond, we have bauxite. But we always give it out cheap because we are dumb. Ghana has been ranked as the country with the highest overall debt owed the Chinese government and its institutions. Now, according to a report submitted to the U.S. Congress by the U.S.-China Economic and Security Review Commission, Ghana, after being declared a highly indebted poor country, HIPC in 2004, has received a total of $31.1 billion in loans from the Chinese. Come here, my Lord. It's sad. Hey. The date, in fact, the data shows that Ghana is followed by Guinea, Ethiopia, Tanzania, Democratic Republic of Congo, Mozambique, and blah, 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 including dirty Cameroon. Even Cameroon is better off than Ghana, with a dangerous, dirty dictator in that country, Paul Biya. Did you do my mathematics? 31 billion divided by 30 million. What is it that we had? That is how much each one of us is going to pay. It's sad. We are indebted. That's why I keep telling Mahama. It looks so clear, you don't need a prophet to tell you this, that you might be the next president. Please, don't make too many promises. If I were you, I'll start telling Ghanaians to start crying. But that, there will be better times ahead. When are you going to pay this 31 billion? And that is owed only to China. My brother, my sister, this is sad. If we were supposed to pay this money, each one of us will pay, my people here say it's about 1,000 Ghana cedis. Is it correct? Each one of us will pay 1,000 Ghana cedis. Jesus have mercy. That's it. Bring me the photo of Nana Akufo-Addo. Do you have his photo? Put him there. Mr. President, with all disrespect, may I ask you, how do you feel when you're going to your bed? That you have borrowed money and all the other people who came after 2004, when we exited HIPC, all of you, 31.1 billion American dollars. How do you feel? And you have borrowed most. Is borrowing your only idea of governance? You are ashamed to this nation and all the other people who helped to inundate this country in debt. You are ashamed to this nation. This nation shall remember you as vampires who suck the blood of the nation. May you never see the light of the day. Dash him away. But also, this is where we are. I said, this is where we are. I'll take your final messages and we are gone. Oh, Jesus. Alaji. Savulugu says, Ghana, we thank God. Thank you, Black Rasta. God bless you. Kamal Din Jan TDS. He says, fire. Oh boy, Trafi says, I am watching you live from Hamburg, Germany. Bawumia is the most useless politician I ever see. Almost 8 years in power. Now that he wants to be a president, he went to BAWKU Nabe's house. Ibrahim Sinari says, "Woyo, more fire, dirty politician in Ghana. Very dirty people." Alexander Kwesi says, Tuma, Naba. Blakk Rasta, watching you live from Ontario, Canada. Good job. Timothy Zuri says, "Blakk Rasta, long time. I'm watching you live from Wa. Blessed love." Simon and Jijiri says, "My brother, we are suffering in the hands of all these old folks." And Patrick says, "My brother Blakk Rasta." I think he wants to say Blakk Rasta. He said Black Panther Rasta. All right, well, Black Panther is another powerful group, so that's okay. Black Panther Rasta, that's okay. Please don't forget, presently in Sierra Leone, we are facing a big problem as Nigeria. The president is playing with our future in Sierra Leone by helping undemocratic governance to suffer its people. And we are heading for another civil war as it is now. Oh, really? Sierra Leone? Recently, there was an attempted coup d'etat right there, right? I pray that no more civil wars come there. The people have to rise against these dirty politicians. Alaji Savulugu says, "Good evening, Blakk Rasta. Watching you live from Savulugu. Blessed." Frank Marie Rosario says, "Good evening, everyone." And Ibrahim Sinari says, "Well, you see, the Sierra Leone issue, we looked at it last week. The president of Sierra Leone, please put the people first. If you joke and there's a civil war in the country, I will call for your head. We'll send it to Adasante in his palace for him to use to drink and safufu." Why? Why must people die because of your inordinate ambition? Mohamed Banjeya 1 says, "Anula Mbiale, Anula na. More fire." And this is MC Scorpion from Ashaiman. Amadou Dramani says, "I wish Bawumia listens to your show and picks wisdom. Great job, Blakk Rasta." And Grace Kumado says, "All the countries that you are mentioning have caretakers, or what we call in America custodians. But I don't think Ghana has all that." Well, remember, if you want to work as a bricklayer, and remember, if you want to work as a mason, you want to work as a plumber, you remember, if you are unemployed here, you have done everything you can to get a job and it's not working, this is an opportunity for you to go all the way to Canada, to go to Australia, to go to the Schengen, and even to the UK. Yes. I think it's a period of about 1 year. And you go and work, make your money and come home. All you need is a passport photocopy and a passport size photograph. And you also need a statement, even if it's 10 cedis in it. Prudy Workforce is located right there at the taxi rank there, right there in Medina, around the Echo Bank there. Please give them a call right now. Go work, make your money. Whilst you are there, think that there are many more suffering here. Make your money, come and open up an outfit here, and also employ more people. By this way, we'll be able to grow. I pray that a day will come when all of us can be employed, and Canadians and British can also come into this country, and we will give them plumbing jobs to do. We will give them mason jobs to do. Your air ticket will be paid for you. Your visa will be had for you. And then you fly out, do the work, and they fly you back home when the contract period is over. It's the Black Port. My name is Blakk Rasta, and I want to say thank you so much. I appreciate you and I love you. Jobless, no less, no stress. Blakk Rasta say what? Wayo!